Happy to say we are backstage with Dove Cameron here at 99.7's Poptopia. Welcome back.
Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, it is great to have you in the flesh.
Thank you. It's great to have you in the flesh. Last time I talked to you, when was that?
Just a few weeks ago.
I was going to say it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago, but we were talking about RuPaul's Drag Race.
As I tend to do. Yeah.
And the fact that like you are officially my boyfriend and my absolute favorite guest judge of all time ever.
Yes, we were talking about that. Now I remember.
And we can get into all of that. We can get into the music. We can get into production because like before we wrapped up the interview, you and I started talking about like studio stuff. So I'm going to let you take the interview control. Do you want to talk music? Do you want to talk Poptopia? Do you want to talk production?
Just mostly RuPaul's Drag Race.
Why don't we start with RuPaul's Drag Race? No. Which brings me to the fact that like you were fabulous.
Thanks.
The thing that hit me was when you walked back in, like talking to the queens after the fact.
Yeah, Untucked, yeah.
So for Untucked, okay, a couple of things. We may have to pull back the curtain here. Does that happen after everything, or is that sort of in the middle of everything, or? You
know, it's so funny. I feel like I'm like afraid to say anything. I'm like, oh, I guess I didn't sign an NDA. No, but that happened after the runway, before judging.
Yeah, it's funny because like when you watch a show like Drag Race or like any sort of reality TV kind of thing, it doesn't always happen in the sequence that you see it on TV.
No, and as someone who's like an avid fan of the show, I was really like, oh, this is how they do it.
It's funny because I think with Drag Race, I had this sort of sense that it might not all be, sequential, but it always seems like it is.
I know it's not. It's not. But I had so much fun. I was so excited when they came and knocked on my trailer and they were like, oh, come and do Untucked. I was like, oh, no one ever gets to do Untucked. It's so fun.
You did that when? That was...
I was blonde, so I used my hair color as a time marker. It's like over a year ago.
So, was that 2020?
Mm-hmm. And here we are still talking about it. we are diehard fans. Yeah.
So that, like, for me, because it sort of timed out with the single.
No, it's true.
And
it went hand in hand, actually. My hair and makeup team, we're like best friends and we travel together. And we were just joking about the fact that like when I dyed my hair dark, I wrote Boyfriend right as I was dyeing my hair dark. And I started down the whole music journey in tandem with like the color change and the, I guess, like perceived style change and all of that. I do think that there is something to that. I think there's something to when you like find yourself and then you inhabit a new version of yourself and then everything makes sense to you and then you can kind of step into like a new creative zone. I think those things often go together for me.
The thing that really like spoke to me with you talking to the queens one-on-one and just kind of spouting some knowledge and giving advice and whatnot was you were giving advice that was way more wise than somebody who's like not 40 or 50. Like you are so
Thank you.
Intuitive and
Thanks.
Where does that come from?
I'm a genius. No,
I know.
no.
That's the whole thing.
No,
but I mean, seriously, you were, giving them advice and knowledge that just seemed like because you were what, like 24 or 25 at the time.
Yeah, I mean, I think that I don't know. I was really lucky to grow up with parents who were very communicative with me as though I was an adult. My parents were always like, you are an equal. Every life is equal, no matter the age, no matter anything. I feel like my parents raised me like I was a little adult. I was a part of every adult conversation, for better or for worse. I feel like I was more of a friend than a child.
Right.
And I think that shows up in people who grew up in households like mine, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know. I also just think I really love human beings. Like, I think at the end of the day, for me at least, the reason that I am a musician or an actor is because I like worship at the altar of human beings, and I am so devoted to them that I think I notice every single little obsessive, crazy, compartmentalized detail about every person ever. And
now I'm getting paranoid.
But I'm being serious. It's because I'm fascinated by people. I'm fascinated by being alive. And I think that if you're paying attention, these things are just kind of sensical.
So let's talk about your show tonight.
Please.
We'll shift into something more positive and more fun, which obviously is going to be you just killing it on stage tonight.
Oh, thank you.
Obviously, Boyfriend is going to be in there. Obviously, Breakfast is going to be in there.
Yeah.
Bad Idea.
Yeah.
Bad Idea is literally my favorite record of the whole year.
Oh my God, you're joking.
No, and I'm not joking.
Thank you. I love it too.
No, for a couple of reasons. One, you inhabit all these different characters within the record.
Yeah.
And I think when we talked on the phone, I was like, I'm going to listen to this record in my home studio.
Yeah.
On my big monitors.
Yeah.
Your vocals are recorded so pristinely and so beautiful. They cut through in like a really artistic way. And one of my biggest pet peeves as a listener is when someone's got a wonderful voice like yours.
Oh, thank you.
And then the producer goes in and buries them in reverb.
Oh, I actually record dry. I record completely dry, no reverb, no tuning, and like really obnoxiously loud. And it's actually kind of an issue sometimes because it'll leak into the track. So we're like always playing this game, being like, "What's the mode?" But because I like to whisper and be very like lots of character stuff. How do
you do that?
Oh, it's got to be loud.
Okay,
it's just like because you can't like it's none of it's ever going. It's all about the texture to me. Like I like to feel like it's such an intimate conversation you're having with somebody. Like you want to feel like someone's in your ear when you're listening to a track. At least I do.
Yeah.
I actually, for somebody who started in very heavy musical theater and vocal world and Disney Channel, I really, really can't stand strong vocals as the main star in the music I listen to. It's just not my thing. And that's why I think I don't want to make that kind of music, even though I think a lot of people ask me why I whisper so much. And though I do like such intimate vocals, when it's like, you could sing all over the track, but I don't even like that. Like, I don't even like listening to that. Personally, it's a taste thing.
What's that line? The loudest voice in the room sometimes is a whisper or something like that, and like it really sucks you into the track. It's a fun track.
Mystery. Thank you.
It's a fun track. Your vocals are beautifully recorded.
Thanks.
And I cannot wait to hear you live on our Poptopia stage. They're giving me the wrap it up. So we're gonna wrap it up. But I could literally sit here and talk to you for hours and hours and hours.
You and I are best friends. We've known each other too many lifetimes.
We can do a barbecue backyard of my house. Let me know when.
Whoa, that was my plan tonight.
There we go.
Right after this.
Right.
Thank you.
We're backstage with Dove Cameron. It is great to have you. Thank you so much. Wow.